Yeah, I mean, like, we kind of know what's going, or we know what, so we know what the log says, but we don't know how our runners are going to handle it. So we're going to have to see, like, Salty Fry just decided to skip that piece of heart right there.
Yeah,
like,
Edster and Gamer Cal are going to go up through there. PKR is going to be routing this way, and I did scout ahead here, and Kakariko seems to be a really good play to start off. At least in my mind.
Yeah.
We'll see why in just a couple of moments here.
Yeah. I mean, so 3 of our runners are going up here and grabbing their sword. This is something PKR is likely going to do at some point, though. So,
oh yeah,
no doubt about that.
But PKR, she's got the flippers over here. She's got half magic, and well, the rest are actually bombs. So she's gonna be set for bombs for like the entirety of the seed. It looks like we're seeing some runners attempting the back of Escape. I didn't quite see what was back there, did you?
No, I'll have to look it up here. Or we can just see here in just a second anyway.
Oh, the boomerang chest has 100 rupees. That's what they're going for. Yeah, that would make sense. They want the good amount of money for the bottle merchant.
So that makes this routing here going Hyrule Castle first make a lot more sense then.
Yeah.
But I think PKR is just gonna find the 100 rupees another way here.
Yeah, she's getting a couple 20s. She's getting a bunch of the free 5s under the pots.
I actually really like this routing on PKR's part.
Yeah.
There's the something.
Yeah. Gloves are on the bottle merchant today.
And this will actually be a nice respite from the 3 qualifier runs that our players have had to do, because all 3 of them have had the lamp in very inconvenient locations. But for this race, it is right there just at Sahashala. So yeah, don't have to worry about dark rooms this run.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm sure all of our runners were kind of glad to see that.
And Gary Cal now with that Arcana Samaria as well as the lamp. And gonna go down to Kakariko to stock up on more bombs.
So, just to catch people up that have just started tuning in, Spoiler Open means that the runners, 15 minutes before this race started, got access to the entire spoiler log, and they got 15 minutes to study it and look at it and plan their route. They still get to look at it throughout the run, but they only get 15 minutes beforehand to really give it a good look before they have to start playing.
And the old man has our Moon Pearl today. Required access.
Yeah, I think PKR is going to grab that lamp later. We do know that it is in fact required. The fire rod is locked behind the lamp. We do know that. So, spoiler alert there.
I mean, this is a spoiler race. They should expect spoilers. Let's be real. Looks like Salty Fry is going to set up Houlihan for their money grind. And, the Book of Adora!
Wonder what we'll do with that.
Probably head to desert. If we understand our tracker layout, right? That's a part crystal, and we can't both there now.
Yeah. Did PKR grab the fire rod?
Oh no, she didn't grab the lamp.
Or the lamp? Hmm. This might...
Well, she's over here for a reason, obviously.
Yeah.
We know it, of course. And, yeah, in case you're wondering, that's why PKR got the book. Right there on that desert ledge. Alright, Asder now with the book. Gamer Cal heading up that way now. Someone asking how to get into the crystal room. The most simplest way I can say it is without the flippers. Enter that cave you saw as Salty Fry. I jump in, and then jump in the water on the left side of the dock 3 times. It's a 100% guaranteed setup. Where's the sword? The one they have is, was currently in the escape sequence. PKR is not going to pick that up yet.
Yep, Uncle had it.
No, Uncle had a heart.
Oh, no, chest. The Uncle chest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's secret passage chest.
I was close.
Alright, so with Titan's Miss, this is going to be PKR going to Dark World.
Whereas I think Gamer Cal has set himself up. Well, is Desert Boots locked?
Let me check here, actually. Yes, actually.
Alright, that would then make all the routing make sense then. So they'll have to come back with those boots.
Sadly, yes, we know Pet is dead. And PKR is heading into Thieves Town here. And of course, we know what's in here. Now, just to be clear, they are still allowed to look at the spoiler like after the 15-minute study period. They just get that they just are not allowed to start running until that 15-minute period is over.
Exactly. I don't want to deep too far into personal anecdotes here, but I'll say from personal experience, those 15 minutes melt very fast when you're trying to plan one of these.
Oh, hey! PKR found the boots!
Where's our boots?
In the Thieves Town Big Key Chest. Also picked up Quake, which is also required for the seed, as we can see on our trackers. Speaking of which, shoutouts to our trackers. I haven't got their names up. Sandoris and literally Jen are our 2 trackers. They're up team those items of the day for you. I believe they are also aware of what's going on. They just can't talk.
Yeah, with the spoiler log race, there's a few things that have to be put on the tracker ahead of time. Like you notice the medallion requirements and the crystals we'll put up there because we won't get any map checks from any of our runners unless they hit the button on accident. Oh, Salty Fry is going to do Aga.
Interesting.
I don't see... Am I missing something here, or...?
Let me check what Lumberjack was. Lumberjack was only arrow, so Aga's not required. Especially that mirror.
He might have a plan here, I believe.
We have bombas as well for PKR. And the powder. Nice safety.
Hey, at least boots were relatively accessible this seed. You can really run into situations where you're just not finding the boots anywhere, and it just feels so bad.
Oh, yeah, I suppose there's also Pyramid Fairy. No, nothing there either. And there's PKR's first sword here at K45. I don't really like that name, but details.
I can tell you, this is a lot tamer though so far than the qualifier seeds have been. Well, except for the armor placements. I mean, that's a bit rough, but
yeah. Like, we're gonna most likely not see any armor pickups this seed because they are actually kind of out of the way. I mean, unless you want to go say hi to the catfish. That's pretty much it. Master Sword down for PKR. What qualifiers? Good question. There's actually a spoiler tournament starting up here in the near future. Qualifiers are ongoing as we speak, actually.
Yep. Our qualifiers end at midnight on March 24th, and the actual bracket races start April 1st.
Yeah. And the best part about these qualifiers is that they're being, I believe the right term to say is asynchronous. So you don't have to race against anyone, you just have to do them and submit your seed.
Yep. You have to play 3 seeds. You can only do each one once, with the exception you get a free retry on one of them. But other than that, yeah, you play them on your own time, which is kind of nice, and it's something that you can only really do with spoiler races. You really can't do it elsewhere.
PKR goes into Hera but leaves. I think I know why. Yeah, Hera is fire locked. Vicky's down in the tile room.
Yeah. Yeah, so this seed is fire locked in a couple of ways. Early fire locked.
Which is a shame too, because we know for a fact that is not only a crystal next to our trackers, that's also where the hammer is. So yeah, PKR's gonna make an immediate beeline back there.
Hopefully this won't cost her too much time.
I mean, given her item collection as compared to the other runners, I think she's still in an okay position.
Oh, we have one of our runners actually in chat. This is something unique for this particular format. We do allow the runners to watch the restream. So yeah, we do have somebody that's participating talking. And that's pretty cool. It's a social thing that really can't do with normal races either.
Yeah. So I know her vet PKR does not have the cape. That is actually turned in from the mushroom spot. And the mushroom happens to be all the way in Misery Mire. We're not going to be using that anytime soon. But if she did have the cave, that's where our other mail is. It's on Buffer Cave. So yeah, lots of time invested in that one. Not really worth getting. Solifray is going into Thieves' Town now to get the book. Did he not catch where the book was, maybe? Does he think that he needs the mirror and the flute to get to... Oh no! He can't do like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He probably wants the boots, that's for sure.
Yes. We'll have to see what his next play is after this.
Yeah.
Well, he is continuing. Or no, he's death warping, okay.
Meanwhile, Moldor's being fought on Azure. Pretty clean fight. Oh! He might have misread the spoiler log here, because the Book of Medora, you might think this Book of Medora is on Spectacle Rock, not in Spectacle Rock.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate, but he'll get it eventually. It's in the right area, wrong location.
Hopefully this isn't, like, that Aga did cost him some time, but hopefully it isn't too bad. We'll have to see if he can make this up in execution. But he is facing 3 other runners that are also really great at execution, too.
Wait, PKR does have the cape. What? Where was that cape? I gotta double check my studies here.
How was it, Mushroom Spot?
Oh, the cape was in the mushroom spot, not in the point. I'm dumb.
That's another thing, is that also learning, like, what the spoiler log locations mean. That's also another big thing. So Azure is taking that Bombos medallion and diving into Pendant Ice. Or no, this is Crystal Ice. Never mind.
Alright, well I stand corrected then. That mail is actually somewhat free, actually, on Buffer Cape, but I don't see him going for it still. Because it is like maybe a 30-second trek. Maybe if you're on the way to Moth, pick it up, but that's about it.
Yeah, like in a lot of spoiler races, you'll see runners try to at least go for one armor upgrade, just simply because it effectively doubles your health. And that can really mean the difference between dying or not dying in some places. And especially when it's already tight the way it is, you know, dying to a boss can be really bad. And that just gives you that buffer room to play it really safe. So we'll have to see what our runners decide to do there.
Yeah. So people are probably wondering why we're going to Ice Palace. Well, in addition to it being one of our crystal dungeons, Flute's in here. And we need that to go to Meyer. Because that's where our fire rod is. So, and Meyer also requires Bombos. So Bombos was double locking the sea, which is hilarious to think about.
Yeah, so we also only had 15 minutes to read it, because we get it the same time as the runners. So that's also something else to keep in the note when we misread things. Oh, and Asder's gonna give us a nice bomb jump there across. Nice.
Yeah, and they've really had nothing good in their drop prizes either. The crabs, all they had was heart. The only thing worth even mentioning really is the stun prize is full magic. So they're not going to be hurting for any magic this scene. Not that it matters because they have half magic. As they're attempting the diagonal bomb jump here.
at. Just as a
Oh,
reminder.
Azur's gonna go for desperation strats here.
Oh, come on, you can do it, I believe. No.
No. Unfortunately, yeah, Azur takes a death here, and that is a critical death, unfortunately. That is gonna cost him at least a good 2 minutes.
Like, he really did not want to go in the Eastern, huh? I mean, like it is kind of out of the way, and until you find until you get that bow, doesn't this make a whole lot of sense? Except for this scenario right now that we're looking at. There's something that just wouldn't happen in NMG that would happen in a spoiler race.
Yeah. And the bow is also here in Ice Palace too, so. It's gonna be where they pick up the map, which I think is the Freezor chest. No, it's not. I basically should have the bow right now, shouldn't they?
Yeah, it is in here.
It says the map chest on our.
Yeah. Which I actually forgot what room that is. I'd have to look that up.
I think that's the first Pengator room.
I don't. Is it?
Yeah, Pengator has the bow.
Okay.
And yeah, she also has the flute, which is also in here. So that means anyone who's cleared the first room has the thing.
This is a beautiful bomb jump by GamerCal. So, one thing about the spoiler races is that we do remove the playthrough section on the log. So if you just download like a normal spoiler log and you get that playthrough, the runners don't get access to that.
Ah, that's the map chest. This H room.
There's our flute.
I'm kind of curious what was on pedestal.
It was trash.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be trash. Yeah.
I mean, unless you're going for max health, yeah, probably not going to go for it.
Yeah, just a piece of chat's interest. It's a hard piece. They aren't even gonna bother giving that pedestal the time they didn't even check it, so. And actually, one of our feature 4 here is in chat, I just now noticed. Yeah, the Dino Bomb Jump is not one you usually see. You usually see the one that skips the Crystal Switch, which is the more important one, really. The only reason they're doing that one is because they haven't gotten the hookshot yet. PKR diving into Visiting Mire.
Alright, GamerCal is finishing off Cold Stare.
Yep. That'll be their second crystal.
Yep, and Asder is also starting his fight also with Cold Stare. Alright, so PKR is going to go ahead and be one of our first runners, I think, to pick up. Get that fire rod that's hidden in here. We'll have to do a little bit of interesting routing. PKR doesn't have to finish the dungeon. Since it is a pendant. But, yeah,
and
that's steal a key there.
And a good thing, too, because, there's no Argentum arrows available for any of these bosses. Ooh!
Oh.
Aster gets tagged. Unfortunate death there. That's probably about 3 minutes, I want to say. Not having a good day, unfortunately. But these things do happen. There's the fire rod for PKR. Gamerkel and Salty actually have the ice rod. And just a reminder, folks, for the spoiler race rules, you're allowed to be to see other vehicles run. So that's just perfectly fine being in chat.
Yep. Perfectly compliant with the rules.
Unfortunately, Aster runs out of magic and has to leave. Ooh.
He has the equipment that he needs out of this dungeon, so we can go and do other things and come back to ice as well.
I suppose that works too. If he was worried about magic, though, he does have Quake, and little known fact, that actually does stun that shield-stealing enemy known as Picket.
Also, we do know also from the spoiler log, the stun prize is a full magic magic decanter. So
yeah, I did mention that earlier, and that's why I was mentioning it.
I have excellent listening skills.
Oh, he's out of bombs. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, yeah, that would
also do it. Yeah. Thankfully, if he goes back to ice, he can buy one of the capacity upgrades and that'll refill his bonds totally. But I guess he doesn't remember that.
Gamer Cow also picking up the fire rod.
PKR wrapping up the Lammolas. Yeah, TP has the ice rod, so PKR most likely has that now. Which means PKR just needs to get the hook shot and it would be in go mode, and she knows exactly where that is. Oh, heading to Mini Molder because... No, Mini Molder had her ice rod cave. Wow. We saw the ice rod being used in desert. Now, where is that third sword? I know PKR got the one. Has she not been to Uncle the Secret Passage yet? Trying to remember where her third sword is.
Did she check out K45?
Yeah, that was her first.
Pod has the third one.
Ah, right. Yeah, she'll pick that up probably. Or maybe not, actually. If I'm reading the keys here right, this is actually going to be a fairly fast pod. Just go straight to the back. Someone is asking where our silver arrows. Do you want to know? I know. They're in the hope chests. So, literally cannot get them before Ganon's Tower is open.
Yeah, we'll just have, let's see which sword. I think PKR is probably gonna get that third sword at least.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna get that third sword.
Yeah, is this the difference between Master Sword and Tempered Sword Ganon, even with silver arrows, is pretty large.
Well, here's the other thing. The other sword upgrade that she could get, that's in the Ganon's Castle, or Ganon's Tower the Ganon's Tower Big Chest.
It'd be routable in.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually.
I think you could. I think either of them are going to be able to be routed in, and I think PKR is going to go for the latter option.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see what decisions our other runners make.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things, like, so even though all of our runners have access to the same information, they're all picking different routes. With a little bit of, well, with a little bit of similarity.
I see them confused, chat here. I misspoke, folks. No, it's locked behind the Ganon's Tower big key in, Ganon's Tower. It's in the big chest.
And Salty Fry taking a death, unfortunately. It's a cold stare. I think he's just gonna go back later as well.
Yeah, closer being a wall for a couple of runners tonight.
Yeah. I mean, Fighter Sword, Cold Stare isn't trivial, especially with Green Mail.
Yeah. Actually, wait a minute, I just realized Skull Woods is a pendant, so there's no reason to go over to Bumper Cave. Yeah, this is most likely gonna be Green Mail unless PKR decides to, hey, maybe go to Catfish, I don't know. So they're probably finally getting his food online.
So, PKR deciding to avoid Eastern until later and not double dip it, I think is really going to pay off for her.
Yeah, and it looks like PKR did not actually get the sword from, she did not get the sword from Pod, so she might be going to pick up that sword from Ganon's Tower after all. Either that or she's going to commit to a Masters Silvers fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot more difficult and more prone to failure. So, because that's a lot of spins in Phase 1 and Phase 2. And if you can avoid that, then that really helps. So, if you know where that sword's at and it's not too much of a time loss to go for it, I think you should go for it. But that's my personal opinion on the matter.
And unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing any of these hint tiles either. No need to pull that up.
Hey, I'd like to know where the money in the banana stand is.
It only tells you that it exists, it doesn't tell you that it's there. And unfortunately, you're getting trolled by the red Igor. Oh no! There we go.
She got this.
Yep.
Alright, Salty Fry is grabbing his fire rod and getting out of misery.
And that is a quick kill on the Armos Knights for PKR. Well executed. Oh yeah, by the way, PKR's in go mode.
Yep.
I mean, technically she already was because she knew where everything was, but officially
Like
she's in go mode.
It's a spoiler log go mode.
Yeah.
I think so. I think GamerCal is gonna go for that sword.
Yeah, we saw that Aster did go for the sword. And Salty Fry is still on fighter sword, it looks like. And she's going to swamp?
It's. I mean, gotta do it.
Oh yeah,
It's a crystal.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, this will be a very fast swamp though, even faster than normal.
Oh yeah. And hey, she'll even get a safety bottle, but it won't have anything in it. Actually, where was the net? I'm curious what that is. I'm gonna look at this.
So it doesn't like GamerCal grab that sword actually. This is interesting.
Oh, so that's actually on the way to Turtle Rock if they take the Super Running route. And given the fact that Argus does have a bottle, albeit with a gold bee in it, could allow them to get a safety ferry if they feel that they don't want to go green tunic for the climb. I'd be okay with that, actually.
Did any of our runners pick up a net? Or did one of them have fairies in it? I'm sorry.
Argus will have a bottle, and the net is on the way, and BKR does have the powder. So there's the trifecta there for getting infinite fairies. It just depends on whether or not PKR decides to go through Super Running Game to get to Turtle Rock, avoid the Dead Rocks as much as possible, or just climb straight up to Hera and then go straight over to Turtle Rock that way.
Okay, I looked at the log and I see what was going on then. So, alright. I'm no longer confuselated. Alright. Asder claims his crystal out of Eastern Palace. It's a pretty clean Armos kill there.
This was a very close snipe as well. Alright, GamerCal's turn to see if we can get the quick Armos kill. Oh, takes a bump. That's not going to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's got this.
Yeah. So yeah, if you don't get the, for those who might be new here, if you don't get the quick kill like we've been seeing on Armos, basically the last one goes into a phase 2 and gets fully healed, so you have to fire 3 more arrows into him. Or at least 2 more. Alright, PKR setting up. 1, 2, 3, spin, and very well executed there.
Brings a tear to my eye.
And there's that bottle. Now it's up to her if she wants to go get the, take the detour to get the net from the Super Bunny Cave, or if she just wants to go straight into Turtle Rock. I think it really depends on how she's feeling about the dead rocks, really. The dead rocks can be kind of annoying, and you probably want to deal with them as little as possible, so... she's getting the hook shot out. She might be taking the Super Bunny route up to Turtle Rock.
We'll see here in just a second.
So it wouldn't be that much of a detour just for her to pick it up. So they're just taking like 3 seconds.
Light World. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like she's gonna go up the Light World.
Yep.
Oh well. This is a little bit faster.
I mean, it says a lot to... So PKR is really confident in her play here. And I don't blame her.
Alright, now for the quick medallion to be used. And what was in Turtle Rock that was noteworthy? How was the key logic here? Looks like it'll be a skip laser bridge, it looks like. Wow, yeah, she doesn't even have to get any of the safety doors here. Chad is having fun with its wordplay out there, it seems. Alright, Salty Fry's turn on the Armos Knights. Has quite a bit of catching up to do, actually. But has all the items necessary for Gomo at this point, except for another sword. How did Salty get so far behind? Salty did Aghanim. Which, from what we have interpreted based on what we see, Salty must have thought that the book was on top of Spectacle Rock, not inside Spectacle Rock. So she thought that it was Mirror Lock, which meant it was behind Aghanim. It was not the case, unfortunately. And yeah, took a death to Cold Stare as well. Aster actually took a couple deaths in Ice Battles as well. That's why he's also a little bit behind. We believe that's the case, yes, Etienne. We don't know for sure until he, comes in for an interview.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have to ask him that.
Okay, Manimus just read this. It looks like it is in fact a. I'm gonna start the key logic here. Yeah, PKR is about to enter to a rock, and also, or not PKR, GamerCon is about to enter to a rock. PKR about to finish to a rock, and hey, we know where the big key guess is, of course. But let's start the game a little earlier. Chat, where do you think that big key is?
You don't want to guess a high number. We're likely not going to run the big key guessing game for the tournament either.
Yeah, it makes sense not to. And really, with the whole fact this is a spoiler log race, they're not gonna. The numbers are gonna be really skewed. So, if you want to guess the specific chest, that's probably better. I feel.
This is a listening test for our viewers.
And
alright, PKR takes down Trinex. This is really looking like probably definitely a sub 55 for PKR.
Where are the veil upgrades? Catfish and Bumper Cave. Good luck getting those without wasting time.
Yeah, they're a little bit out of the way.
Very much so, yeah.
It's like kind of debatable, like which one you go for if you felt like you needed to. Like I was thinking probably. Yeah, so go ahead.
So Sinek, I'm gonna ask this honest question to you. Should we keep them in suspense, or should we tell them once we see PKR enter Turtle or Ganis Tower?
I don't know.
I'm all for keeping them in suspense. Let them figure it out.
Oh, I think we already said it before where it was at, actually.
We didn't outright say it, if I recall right.
We heavily implied it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's as much suspense as a spoiler tournament is going to give you, or a spoiler log race.
Well, for those who guessed 2 or 1, you're going to be wrong, because A, the torch counts even if you just see it, and, well, also, silver arrows are right here, we did mention that, so 3 might be the most viable guess here. Well, actually, not even that, because they might need some keys as well, now that I think about it.
And I think PKR has enough keys now to do what she needs to do.
To be fair, I haven't attempted to low percent route my way through Ganis Tower before. Oh, wow, it's gonna be 4 now. At least.
Skipping the randomizer room. It's not there.
It's not there, folks. Yeah, PKR should be set on keys now. Doesn't he have to kill the Helmsworth upstairs?
Yep.
And Bob's just only has arrows.
Pretty convenient spot for arrows. And then Asder finally gets his revenge on Cold Stare.
Yeah.
He's gonna start making his way to Turtle Rock. Salty Fry is also. Yep.
PKR pulling out the mirror. She's gonna do Master Sword. Oh no.
Yeah.
Making them drowning. And yes, it was vanilla, folks.
Yep. Going to go for that Master Sword inside the. Like, yeah, this isn't hard to route in.
Yeah. Really, we kind of, when we said where the fourth sword is, we kind of said, hey, they're going to be going for this. That kind of told us where the big key was, really. So we didn't outright say it, but you had an idea that it was somewhere behind Ice Arms at that point, I feel. Well, I just was going to say it was actually vanilla.
Alright, Gamer Cal is finishing off Trinex as well.
Meanwhile, PKR is ascending the tower. And... Alright, Southmost room. Pretty clean. Not much else to say about this, is there? We're just waiting for PKR to clear up this gauntlet, do an excellent job.
Some fast sword mashing, by the way.
That is indeed some fast sword mashing.
Also, was that a shave and a haircut? I think so.
I think maybe, yeah.
Oh, be careful, Salty. I missed that. Did he at least loot the chest? Did he? What did he need to do? Is that
like
death warp?
yeah. Yeah, he's got his keys.
Alright. And Salty Fry also kills Cold Stare. He's gonna be making his way to Turtle Rock.
You can cool the air with the hell while she's mashing. I'll give him props to that, at least. Meanwhile, PKR is on the top floor here. Doesn't need to open up any of these chests. Powdering the anti-fairies for the heal, getting the magic. Textbook final fill up to there.
I mean, like, this wasn't a terrible seed except for the lack of armor upgrades that were in convenient places.
Yeah, but
like,
getting 10 hearts is fine.
Yeah. We'll have to see what our runners think about the quality of this seed. I guarantee PK will probably say it's better than the qualifier seeds, at least.
Yeah, probably, because the boots were actually in a somewhat convenient spot. Hey, Cal's just gonna bomb jump this as well. Doesn't go for the bonk. What the? Oh well. Anyway, Agatu fight. Nice double there.
Three?
And another double.
Or at least be sub 1.
Oh yeah. PKR heading off to again, and this is actually a really close race, but yeah, it's now time to fight the pig, folks. The two runners on the left entering Turtle Rock. Raquel entering Gan's Tower. Pink Kitty Rose entering the Ganon fight. And the paraphrased vanilla text, actually, for today's message. Okay, some nice double spins here. That should have been 1-on-1. Yes, it was.
That was beautiful.
Well executed there by PKR. Alright, second, third hit even.
Triple?
And triple? Yeah, triple. Get your DD in chat for PKR. And PKR is going to be first in the restream and first place overall with an official SRL time of 56 minutes and 45 seconds. GG.
Alright, it looks like Asder has also collected his 7th crystal. And we're also starting to make the climb through GT.
Yeah. And we are now joined by PKR. GG's great race. Good strong showing there.
Yay! My screw up didn't ruin it for me!
There was a screw up with that?
Yeah, I went up to Hera without the lamp! It's like, where's the Hera big key? Oh, right! No!
No, the good news is you identified it there. Like, yeah, like, it's not like you, like, made it into the room and then we're like, yeah, and then had to reach for the mirror. That would have been annoying.
It's like I stepped into Hera. I'm just like, wait a minute, the hammer's upstairs. Wait a minute, the big key's downstairs! Ah!
Hey, you still clocked a really good time.
Oh, but it could have been sub 55!
Yeah, I guess that's yeah, so, can I ask you a question? What did you think about that compared to the qualifier seeds? Can I?
About, well, the qualifier seed. Well, I had a lamp this time. That's different.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Every single one of them has had pretty accessible boots, which makes me happy. This is like, it's all I need. And I mean, I realized what type of run we were going for, and it's just like, I'm getting the heck out of that cape. Just give me the cape, I want it. Give it, now.
Yeah, so this is like a question I like asking everybody. What made you go for what safeties this time around? Like, what went into what went into that decision making?
Okay, so cape was pretty much, I have 4 hearts and I'm going up Death Mountain. I don't want to get RNG bouldered. Mixed with, oh, it's Forced Master Sword Bombos Cold Stare, is it? And the combination of that and both the male upgrades were extremely inaccessible, what with bumper ledge requiring the cape anyways, and catfish being the other one. I realized I was going to be green mail for Cold Stare, and since, you know, Ice Palace had the mandatory flute, which locked the fire rod and mire and the bow, so there's no good time to go get Tempered Sword since that was in Palace of Darkness. It's just like, it was a no-brainer for me to get that on the way up to Death Mountain. Because it cost me, like, what, 10 seconds? Did you see that Cold Stare fight? I just turned on the cape and corner camped them to death.
Hey, the cape did pay there.
And the other safety was just, you know, powder in Hype Cave, which already had progression anyways, so that was just free.
Yeah.
Half Magic was also free, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the bombs you started with was also free. Jeez, I looked at the spoiler log and 9 bombs and the blind hideout. That wasn't good. You were actually the only one of the 4 runners rather, that started with that bomb the Kakariko start.
Yeah, it's like I needed rupees, and I looked, and I looked, and I found no options. So it's like, you know what? There's 20 rupees in Sank, there's 20 rupees in Kakariko. Well, let's just grab the stuff under pots and go for it. Because I need to get up to Death Mountain as soon as possible to get my Book of Medora so I can go get Titansmith, so may as well just do that all together.
I mean, another option would have been Houlihan at that point.
Yeah, but like, that's really slow.
I suppose that is too, yeah.
It would have gotten me enough money for Palace of Darkness as well, but I honestly don't know which would be faster between doing what I did combined with Back of Escape or just doing Houlihan to have enough money for the entire run. One of the two. That's an interesting thing, so we should time that. But overall, other than the one error I made going up to the Tower of Hera, I think that went really, really well. I mean, boss fights were pretty solid amongst the board.
Yeah, the one big wall was Colster, which unfortunately did catch a couple of our restream runners.
Yeah, and well, my first phase of Argus didn't go so hot, but the second phase went fine.
Yeah. I've still yet to get that Fire Rod quick wheel.
But one thing's for sure, I am definitely happy with this time. Apparently that was enough to be 3 minutes ahead despite the error. So, yay!
Yeah, matter of fact, we're about to see GamerCal wrap things up here on our end. 1, 2, oh, not a triple! But gets the follow-up.
I have to wonder, did anybody else on the restream actually go for the pod sword instead of the GT sword?
Cal and Asner both did, yeah.
I don't need it. I can get the tempered sword later. Besides, the fourth sword was in GT Big Chest. How could I take that away from the restream? They want it. They want to know. They get the entertainment of seeing where it is.
Well, did you do in the chat post where GamerCal was finished in third place with an official time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 9 seconds. Second place went to Blaine with a time of 59 minutes and 46 seconds.
Very nice, very nice. God, this one was a funny bit of logic to work backwards towards. It's like, okay, well, the flute's an ice palace. I don't necessarily need that. Wait a minute, the fire round's in Misery Mire. I do need that, which means I need Bombos. Where's Bombos? And it's like, how do I get to the Dark World? Oh, look, sword, cape. Wait a minute.
That's actually something that's a good point to bring up. Salty Fry, we don't know exactly what happened, but Salty Fry went to Aga. As we were joined by GamerCal. How's it going?
Hey, Cal.
GG Gamer.
Heyo.
Yeah, as I was just saying, Salty Fry actually went out to Agate, and we don't know why just yet, but our best guess is he misread the spoiler log and thought Book of Medora was on top of Spectacle Rock, not inside.
Oh, so then you would have had to have gone all the way around to Hype Cave to get the mirror so you could get it. Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Well, my misread, it wasn't even a misread, it was a misremember. I misremembered that the third sword was the pod Dark Basement, not Dark Maze. So I was like, whoops. And I did the hammer jump, I got the chest, it was a compass. I was like, wait, what? And then I got the other one anyway, just to be sure. And I was like, oh, well, I can't really reliably get this now. I was like, of course it's Dark Basement. I've written it down as Dark Basement, you fool. Just, why? But it's, so I ended up doing Master Sword up until the GT Big Chest, because I did know that was like the first one I found, because I was looking for Big Key at the start, and I was like, oh, there's a sword in the Big Chest, that's cute.
I didn't want that.
Like, wow.
I didn't even want that sword. Too much time commitment, and it was giving us a Go Mode pod! I couldn't resist the Go Mode pod!
Yeah, I should have just done that, but then I noticed there was 2 keys on that right-hand side on the Bolot bit, so I was like, well, you could just go ahead and get those and do that. You know, it wouldn't be that bad to come back in afterwards. And of course, derp. Hey, at least a hammer jump only took like 3 buffers or something for the whole thing, so I guess I can,
nice.
There's little bits here and there, right?
I did one big derp, but it ended up not being enough to cause trouble.
Yeah,
I went up the Tower of Hera without my lamp.
Was about to say that, yeah.
It's like I stepped into Hera and it's like, wait a minute, where's the big key? Wait a minute, where's Hammer? Ah!
I got a bit stuck with the rupee stuff at the start because I noticed, yeah, there's a 300 rupee in the sewers, but you need 100 rupees to buy the thing to get in there. And I was like, wait, how does that? I misread it. Like, I guess I wanted to get the stuff in Escape, but then it was a bit deeper than I was expecting. It was like, oh, I probably should have just hula-hand then. Could have gotten it that way, you know?
I did a very lazy start. I grabbed the 20 rupees at a sag chest, grabbed the 20 rupees out of the back of Blind's hut, and just, like, hopped down the well twice.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
I didn't have quite enough time to really look and see where the smaller denominations were, because I have a shortcut already for like 100 rupees, 300, whatever. You can tell I've done some of these recently. If Notepad++ is keeping tabs on what I've control left, so yeah, I already have the shortcut for that. So I was like, I'll look and see where the big stuff is. Oh, Sua's got one. Then there's a hard container. That's pretty cool. Oh wait,
Yeah.
then I need the glove to get in there. The glove was at the merchant. Oh god, where do I go for this then?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, there's a sword and a heart container at Uncle. I noticed the 100 rupees was in the front of Escape, but it was a lot deeper in than I wanted it to be. Boomerang chest as opposed to the map chest. So I was like, ooh. If I had read that a little bit more, like taking another couple of minutes to look for stuff that way, I wouldn't have done that. But you've got 15 minutes. It is what it is. No regrets off of that, you know.
Yeah, PKR didn't go to the escape runway for the rupees, as you know. But also, she just got free bombs 3 times in Blind Title, which saved her a lot of money overall. Didn't have to
See,
find
that was what
another
I
50.
wanted to do, but then the stupid bottle merchant had the freaking glove, and I couldn't work out where the money was coming from. So it's like, I saw right at the start there was plenty of bombs in Blind's Hideout. I was like, yeah, no, this will be fine. I can go down and get the stuff. But no, the stupid merchant was the one. Like, seriously, why?
It didn't help that the poultries are not that great either.
They
I didn't get a chance to look at that, actually.
They were all, like, everything was bad. The only nice thing was that stun prize was a heart if you needed them.
Yeah, stun magic, those prizes, full magic refill. The poultries, in order of tiers, arrow refill, rupees, green, and hearts. And the ruby crabs had nothing but hearts. And the fish tank was also a heart.
See, it's kind of embarrassing almost to think that I have only just realized by doing the third spoiler scene. It's like, oh wait, the poultry and the fish and all of that stuff actually is in the bottom of this now. That's new compared to the last time I remember seeing this.
Yeah, they added it
yeah.
about a month ago, so I didn't get that added, and it's super awesome.
Oh yeah, that was the one bit that I was like, I really want this, and I didn't actually know that it was in. So
Yep,
it was like,
hidden away at the bottom, but it's right there.
I want to see if I can get that added in B31 like permanently.
yeah,
Because it's like
yeah,
I'm doing a bunch of
absolutely.
hacky stuff to make it happen right now, and I'd rather have it be official.
Please do.
Nice. You have my approval. Uproarious approval.
And, ladies and gentlemen, we get your GG's in chat for Asder, who is now slain Ganon. And has crossed the threshold with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 41 seconds.
But overall, mostly fine with the way I did the stuff, I think. Maybe didn't need to go into the back of Escape to get the heart and the money there, but I was like, well, I need pod money anyway, let's just get that. I was annoyingly 1 heart short most of the time of where I wanted to be. I was 8 hearts going in Ice Palace, which is bad with Green Mail because, you know, it's like, you die in 2 hits to Cold Stare now if you had 1 more heart.
See, I did something very silly for Cold Star to make it a complete non-issue. So the cape was at the mushroom spot.
Uh-huh.
And I just used bombos, activated the cape, and camped them in the corner the entire time because the icicles couldn't actually do anything to me.
Again, it might have. If I think I might have misread Cave or something else of that where it was, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's like, well, I know I can do this. It's just awkward. So it's it's like I can do it. We're gonna go for it anyway.
I went for
so yeah,
lazy strats.
did beat Colstead down fine.
I never did read off 4th place, so Bonto was 4th place at the time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, 39 seconds. And Salty Fry, the last ever feature 4, is now entering Ganon's fight, so we'll be getting his time shortly.
But yeah, I think it was the opening because I didn't really have a solid enough thing for rupees. The obviously the sword, and then the execution at the end. The AGA GT stuff at the top was pretty terrible. But other than that, I can't be too mad with this. It was pretty decent overall. And hey, who opens Ganon Tower Big Chest, right? That's the thing. You don't get to see that very often.
It's almost like we knew we would find something there.
Oh, I have highlights on my channel of opening that on the whim and finding exactly the same thing there. It's not the first time I've done it, this was deliberate. So, yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
Well, geez, the bow, I think you guys enjoyed the scene. Any final thoughts before we get Azure and Salty Fry in here?
Just slightly disappointed not to have hit the cell 1. I think if I got the Tempered Sword, I probably would have, you know, when I was actually going for it. Because, honestly, that Master Sword for Argus and Trinex and all of that fun stuff was not great, admittedly. Would have been a lot quicker if I had that Tempered Sword, but whatever. At least we didn't die unintentionally, so that's me.
69 collection rate because I opened validation chest. Oh yeah.
Well, I at least beat you in that aspect. I got 64, so.
And ladies and gentlemen, get your GG in the chat for Salty Fry. 8th place for the time of 1:11:35. Those who came before him, Magnificent, 1 hour 9 minutes 13 seconds, and Cassidy Moen, 1 hour 9 minutes 35 seconds.
I'm gonna slip away, but you all have fun, and I look forward to more. Yes.
GGG as well, Pink, as we are now joined by Salty Fry, GGCU, and
thank you.
So first thing I'm gonna ask, why did you do AGA?
I had the book marked as being on Spectacle Rock instead of Spectacle Rock Cave.
That's what we thought. That's what we thought.
Yeah, so that led to a series of horrible decisions, and yeah, it was just a disaster from that point on, pretty much.
I mean, you still got a pretty okay time, I don't think, considering you just wasted a few extra minutes doing AGA.
Yeah, and dying to Cold Stare, and I kind of played like crap after that as well, because I was kind of frustrated with everything, but it is what it is. I did get the gold sword just for the memes, though.
We do appreciate that.
By that point, I figured, why the hell not? Because I figured I had to be way, way behind anyways. What the hell was the difference, really, right? So.
Well, if there's any consolation, Aster also had a bit of trouble in Ice Palace, dying to Cold Stare, dying on the bomb jump to the right side, where the bow was.
Oh, he went in there before getting the hook shot, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, you were the only runner who actually went for the hook shot first as well. Didn't want to double the dungeon.
Yeah, well, you see, I kind of thought I needed that, right, to get around to get the mirror, because I thought the whole situation, right, that I was in. So I kind of figured I had to go get that right off the start, which the whole start was a whole mess as well for me as well, because yeah, I should have just gone and done what's it called, Houlihan Room right off the bat. But for some reason I completely blanked on that when I was trying to figure out where I was going to get rupees off the bat. Like I was searching everywhere. I'm like, where am I going to get rupees? Where am I going to get rupees? And I should have just, that should have been the thing I just went and did immediately right off the bat, and that would have sent me a little more on my way. It wouldn't have solved obviously my problems of doing AGA and all that crap, but it would have started things off a little nicer, obviously.
Yeah, PKR actually decided to go straight to Kakariko, taking the 20 rupees in Sanctuary and 20 rupees, I believe, in the Forest, as well as the Cape. And then just double dip the well for the extra 10 rupees she needed for the well. Or for the merchant.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I might have actually done something like that had I... Like, I was thinking getting bombs so I could get the stuff that was in Sahasrarlas on my way over to Eastern. Eastern was always my kind of first thought at that point in time, because I'm like, alright, I need to go get that hook shot right off the bat, right? So.
Well, that's also the main reason that PKR went to Blind Tata, because there was 9 whole bombs there, 3 of which were behind the bomb wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are pretty free bombs. Pretty free.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid a double dip over there as well, because yeah, like I was thinking about the rupees as well, but yeah, I probably should have just. Yeah, there's lots of things I should have done on this one, obviously. I'm probably just going to try to forget about this one. I don't even want to go back and think about what I should have done on this one, honestly. I screwed this one up so bad, it's better just to probably to forget about this one and move on to the next one, honestly.
Yeah, although this one even was arguably better than the qualifiers from what I've seen of them.
Well, the qualifiers are all pretty straightforward. As long as you can do dark rooms, they're all pretty easy and pretty fast, I guess. If you can't do dark rooms, well, that's a little bit of a different story, because the lamps are all... There's basically one troll item in every single seat, and in every single seat it's the lamp, so... If you can do stuff without the lamp, you're in business in those ones, but... This one here... Well, the other thing that also got me is there was a lot of talk about how horrible this seat was in the chat before it got started. I don't know, it doesn't really seem that like it was actually that bad if you actually did it the way it was supposed to do. Like if you did it the way I did it, obviously it seems pretty bad.
Well, did you realize there was a drop section at the very bottom? Because the poultry, the ruby crabs, the stun prize, and the fish safe was all, for the most part, garbage. The best thing in there was the stun prize, which is full magic.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I did check that. Well, yeah, I've been checking that, because actually I used the fish prize to get bombs on the first qualifier seed, actually, to start off the race, which is pretty cool. So that's the first time I've ever had to do that. And it's a really cool strat. I'm kind of happy that you actually get to do stuff like that every once in a while in these races that you'd never ever see in a normal race.
Yeah, I was kind of... I'm glad I put that in there. I think people have really benefited from that extra information.
Well, like, if you didn't put what the fish thing was in there, like, I don't think people would even bother going to check that, really, right? Like, it's not something people would check, but then you see it there and you see 8 bombs. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, if I go throw that fish in there, and the first place I want to go is Mini Moldorm Cave, well, those 8 bombs are perfect to do that right off the bat, so...
Makes
like a perfect...
Makes a really good synergy.
Yeah, if it's not 8 bombs, I don't know what could actually be useful from that. Maybe 20. Like, I don't even know if 20 rupees is really worth that, obviously.
So it looks like Asder is not available for an interview. So yeah, GG's to you, Salty Fry. Any final thoughts about this seed?
I just want to forget about this one, and I'll move on to the next one. Hopefully, I route a little better and don't make little mistakes like that when it comes to actually routing tournament races or whatever. So, other than that, no. Thanks a lot for the restream. Thanks for the commentary, and have a good day, everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem. So
right.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You go on ahead. Actually.
No. So I'd like to shout out our 2 trackers. Sindoris, I think that's how you pronounce her name. If not, I apologize. And then literally Jen, for being our trackers for tonight. I'd like to say that April 1st, spoiler tournament, it's going to be happening. It's going to be on Speed Gaming, the brackets. You're going to have several weeks of matches just like this. And we really look forward to presenting them to you. And we think that it's just going to be a hoot of a time, hopefully.
Yes, and speaking of Speed Gaming, make sure to follow Speed Gaming at Speed Gaming 226 so you don't miss any of the race content we feature here. Not just links to the past. There's Messenger Out of Bounds I saw pop up. There was a Portal 2 inbounds tournament, I think, happening before us. This on this channel. And speaking of that as well, join us later tonight, I believe, for an open mode race. We don't actually have a restream for that one just yet, so stay tuned to the schedule to see if that one gets added. And yeah, we have speaking channels for other languages too. We have Spanish, French, Dutch, and German. Or I said Dutch and German. That's the same thing. Portuguese. And also, of course, make sure to follow Signeck, my co-com here as well. Doing an excellent job keeping me straight here. Now, with that being said, that's all I'm going to do for us here. So from all of us here at A Link to the Past Randomizer, I have been Wolfling0370, and we shall see you all next time. And thank you for watching. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.